The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent and accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Jacob Medvesek. Batting 5th at first base, number 35, Jackson O'Keefe. Batting 6th and playing third base is number 3, Cole Schmidenhuber. Batting 7th in left field is number 2, Easton Rogers. Batting 8th, the catcher, number 20, Preston Henshin. And batting 9th for the Thunder is center fielder, number 26, Daniel Rumberger.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Number 2, Gus Wheat.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause.
afternoon, baseball fans. Mike Prang joined alongside Dave Van Giesen, bringing today the MIAA Game 2 of this series between the Trine University Thunder and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Trine comes in 13-12 on the season, Adrian 11-14. Now, this is Game 2 of the series. Last Tuesday we played at Trine, 6-5, the final in 15 innings in favor of the Thunder. Jacob Charles on the mound for the Bulldogs. To a line on him, normally playing shortstop.
Yeah, Jacob's going to, I guess you'd call it a spot start here this afternoon. It's only his second start of the season, and this is his 12th appearance. So he's been used mostly in relief and usually mostly for one inning. So we'll see how it goes going for a little longer stint today. Leading off for Trine is the shortstop, number 5, Matthew Martin.
In that game at Trine, Trine won 6-5. Trine 12 hits, 4 errors. The Bulldogs 15 hits and 4 errors. 3 of Adrian's runs came in the 4th inning. The last run scored by them was the 8th, and then Trine scored to win 6-5 in the 15th.
Leadoff hitter for Trine is Matt Martin. He's the shortstop. And he takes the ball inside, make the count now 2-1. Martin comes into today's action batting .244 on the season. And he fouls one away.
And that first game, Martin was 0 for 6. He walked twice and scored both times he reached base.
Yeah, that's one of the things you always hate about those extra inning games. If you're a player, you can watch your batting average sink way if you have an offer. There's a ball high. That'll make it a full count. Something we should tell you, the weather here today is a beautiful sunshine and warm, but it is windy here. There's a drive out to right field. Lifford coming over. He can't get it, and there's that wind I was talking about. That ball just kind of took off on him. You know, it started out looking like it'd be a fairly routine play, but it got in that jet stream, and right now it is blowing just straight out in right field. So we're going to see a lot of balls like that. Adrian's going to appeal that he missed first base, but that does not work. And that'll bring up our next hitter, Tyler Bikey. Now batting second baseman number 9, Tyler Bikey. So the wind, like I say, has already played a part in this game. Bikey squares the bunt and takes the pitch outside for a ball. Again, Travis Lifford playing right field this afternoon. Don Good's not in the lineup. So his first chance was a rather difficult one. Here's a pop-up bunt. Gus Weeks trying to, A.J. Miranda coming over, trying to pick that one off. Miranda's playing third today, moving over from his usual first base position. Gus Weeks is the shortstop. He's filling in for Charles while Charles is on the mound. And that moved Ryan Davis over to second base. So a few changes in the Bulldogs lineup as they try to shake things up here against Trine. Here's another bunt, and this one's out of the stadium. So once again, we find this skill of bunting somewhat of a lost art. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Yeah, Adrian struggled with that all year, and you knew Bikey was going to bunt as he starts to kind of creep up in the box as Charles comes set.
Runner Martin getting a lead off second base, but not necessarily a big one. As Tyler Bikey now trying to hit his way on, fouls one off.
Very similar names this game. Got Tyler Bikey and Jack Boyke.
And they're both number 9.
And you got Easton Rhodes and Easton Rogers.
So Charles sets and delivers. This is a breaking ball that hits him, and they're going to keep him here because actually he's going to strike out on that pitch because that becomes an automatic strike. So I guess you'd call that a strikeout called. And that'll bring up the next hitter, Corey Erbskorn. Now batting the right fielder, number 31, Corey Erbskorn. So that's a new rule they put in a couple years ago, where if you're deemed to have not tried to get out of the way, or as in this case, put yourself in the way, it becomes a strike. And since he had 2 strikes on him from the foul bunt attempts, he is the first to be retired this afternoon. First pitch to Erbskorn was a breaking ball for a strike. Charles keeping an eye on the runner Martin. Now he deals, and it's fouled off into the net here. Bulldogs come into today's game. They're starting a very important week of action with this single game here today. The Albion series coming up this weekend. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. There's a swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. So 2 are out, both via the strikeout, and that'll bring up the Trine designated hitter. Now batting the designated hitter, number 23, Jacob Medvesek. The Albion series has had a schedule change. The single game of that series, which was slated for Albion on Sunday, has now been moved to Friday, as the weather report for Sunday doesn't look as promising as Friday. So that game will now be on Friday at Albion. That's where the series will begin at 4 o'clock. And then the doubleheader portion will be here on Saturday starting at 1 here at Nicolay Field. So come on out this weekend and check out some quality high college baseball action here at the Nick. 2 quick strikes to Medvesek. As Charles looks in to get his sign and takes a look at Martin and deals. There's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. He checked his swing, but not in time. So Charles starts fast by fanning the side after the leadoff double. And at the end of a half inning of play, our score is Trine University 0, and the Bulldogs are coming to bat.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the Regional Colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within Regional Colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Okay, we're back here at Nicolay Field as we move to the bottom of the first inning. The Bulldogs are going to get their first chance here in today's game. And pitcher Jacob Charles is going to lead the Bulldogs off. Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the first inning is pitcher number 4, Jacob Charles. As we mentioned, Charles getting the spot start this afternoon, and in a new rule as he bounces the ball directly at second base on the first pitch, and he sees one pitch and is retired for out number 1. Now batting the second baseman, number 17, Ryan Davis. Just to clarify that, Jacob Charles and any other college pitcher can be the designated hitter for themselves, basically. So if Charles is removed from the game as a pitcher, he'll remain the DH throughout the game until he takes a defensive position. So that's the rule there. Because a lot of times You know, your pitcher can be your best hitter in college baseball. There's a 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball to left. And the outfielders converge and make the play. That was Easton Rhodes that time, making the catch. Now batting the third baseman, number 30, A.J. Miranda. Miranda takes a strike on the outside corner for his opening pitch. It's about ready to say before the last inning ended as Miranda fouls one off. This is an important week in the MIAA, really for all the teams as we get kind of towards the middle of the season and they start looking at their standing position. Here's a fly ball to right field. Herb scored, shading himself from the sun, and he loses it once again. That wind playing havoc, and this could turn into a 3-base hit as again, you better, I'm telling you, you better get back to basically to the wall on any ball because it's going to blow all the way out there. So the Bulldogs now with a chance to score here in the first. Now batting the first baseman, number 20, Ed Wagner. And I got to believe Ed Wagner, when he got to the ballpark and saw where the wind was going, couldn't wait to get up here. Big left-hand hitter and hitting into that wind. This could be a good day if he can put a few good swings on the ball.
But then he fouls it down the left field line.
It happens. But anyway, the league right now, Kalamazoo is in first place. They have a game lead over Alma. Kalamazoo is 6-1, Alma 5-2. Then there's a logjam between Trine, Calvin, and Hope at 4-3. Bulldogs are just one game back of them at 3-4, and Albion and Olivet are the rest of the league, and they are 1-6. So again, Adrian would definitely like to pick up some wins this week and move up in those standings. Remember, you got to be in the top 4 to make the postseason tournament. That pitch is a ball, make it 2-2. Again, just underway here at Nicolay Field, and so far the only hits for both teams have been wind-blown fly balls that have eluded the right fielder.
Wagner just a little late on these pitches as he's been attacking his dugout with foul balls.
There's a smash down the first base line. He goes to his knees, picks it up, and Jackson O'Keefe steps on the bag for out number 3. So the Bulldogs threaten but do not score. They leave a man on third, and they get one hit in the inning. So at the end of one inning, it's Trine University nothing, Adrian College nothing. We'll be back. You're watching MIAA Baseball on ACTV.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back, top of the second.
Leading off for Trine here in the second inning is first baseman number 35, Jackson O'Keefe.
0-0, one hit for each team, as Dave said in the first inning. Both balls, extra base hits over the right fielder's head with the strong winds blowing straight out to right. O'Keefe, the leadoff hitter here. Fouls the first pitch off, out of play.
O'Keefe has seen limited action so far this season. He's only been in 6 games and had 2 starts. As this one is fouled down the line, and I'm sure the wind will blow that out of play. So he has limited action. He has shown some pop in his bat, though, in the little time that he has. He's 4 for 9 on the season for a 444 batting average. So got to be careful with this big first baseman. He checks his swing as the pitch is outside. A nice block by the Bulldog catcher, Zach Wade. So that was a bit of a waste pitch, and now he'll go to work 1 and 2. O'Keefe watches it go by, and it is strike number 3.
It's a 4th strikeout already for Charles.
Now batting the third baseman, number 3, Cole Schmidhuber. I'll bring up Cole Schmidhuber, and yeah, I think Charles basically, he saw that leadoff batter hit a fly ball, and the way the wind is, so he's decided just to kind of take him out on his own here. 4 strikeouts in a row for the freshman right-handers. That one's right down the middle.
Well, he's thrown 20 1/3 innings so far this season, and he's got 26 strikeouts, which ties for 3rd on the team.
Bouncing ball to Charles. He will try to throw a strike to first, and he does so, and there's 2 away here in the Trine second. Now batting the left fielder, number 2, Easton Rhodes.
Someone tells me you're going to trip up on that one. Easton Rhodes, Easton Rogers.
I was just about there, my friend. Here's the first pitch to Rhodes, and he fouls it back. It hits the wall and bounces all the way to Ed Wagner down there at first base. Again, it's a beautiful day here to watch the game. And there's a fly ball center field. Boyke coming over. He waits for it. He catches it. And now will retrieve his hat and head for the dugout, as that's out number 3 here in the Trine second inning. So nothing across for the Thunder, and we're moving to the bottom of the second. And we'll be back. You're watching Adrian College Baseball here on AC TV.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within Regional Colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Second is right fielder number 6, Travis Lifford.
Welcome back, bottom of the second. 0-0 still our score. Lifford leads things off. Looks at a breaking ball low.
Next pitch is a strike right down the middle to make it 1-1. Well, we get a chance here. We didn't really get a chance to introduce Josh Hujaworth. He's the pitcher. That one's drilled to center field, and ooh, that one almost took off as well. So the elements aren't quite as pronounced in center and left, but they are still playing a role, as Lifford almost watched that take off and end up being a hit. Now batting the left fielder, number 26, Easton Rogers. And here's some info on Hujaworth, the pitcher for Trine, as Rogers watches one go wide. He's got a impressive 7 starts this season. He is 4-1. And the appeal to first base says he didn't go. He's got a very impressive 2.41 ERA, and he's fanned 43 while walking only 8 this season. So good ratio there. Here comes a fly ball into right. Looking into the sun, battling the wind is Ebscorn, and he makes the catch on this occasion.
Well, and that one didn't even look like it was a fly ball to right. It was a pop-up to second base.
That's right. Now batting the catcher, number 13, Zach Wade. Like you say, any ball that's caught in right field is a fine play by whoever makes that catch.
Yeah.
There's a swing and a miss by Wade. Ball popped out of the catcher's mitt. Catcher Henshin kind of lost where the ball was, and it was lined out in front of him.
Wade's been a very good defensive addition, as one of the big questions going into this season was who's going to catch. Unfortunately, though, struggling at the plate so far as we see him strike out there. So that ends the second inning. Score remains 0-0. We'll be back with the top of the third after this.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent and accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back. Top of the third. Jacob Charles back on the mound. 0-0 still our score. Each team with a hit. Extra base hits in the first inning. As we ended the inning talking about Zach Wade struggling at the plate, but he's thrown 5 guys out stealing this year behind the plate.
Leading off for Trine at the top of the third is catcher number 20, Preston Henshin. So Preston Henshin coming to the plate now for Trine. Henshin, another player who's seen limited action. This is only his 4th start of the season. He is currently 0 for 10 so far, so he's looking for his first hit of the campaign here. And there's 2 quick strikes by Charles. Again, Jacob Charles has been a relief pitcher who pitches usually just about 1 inning. So it'll be interesting to see as this game goes along, you know, how long he will actually be out there and what his endurance on the mound will be. Here's a little tapper down the first base line, but it takes a weird hop into foul territory, so Wagner will flip it back to Charles, and the count will remain 1-2 to Henshin. And Henshin watches it go by, and we have another strikeout victim for Trine. Now batting the center fielder, number 26, Daniel Rumberger.
Yeah, I don't think Henshin was expecting that one, as Charles just challenged him with the fastball right down the middle.
Yeah, I tell you, like I say, when you don't get a lot of at-bats in a game situation, that can happen to you because you kind of tend to end up kind of guess hitting as what you're going to get and where you're going to, that pitch is going to be. As that one's high for a ball, making it 1-1 to the 9-hitter in the Trine lineup, the center fielder Daniel Rumberger. Rumberger stands very close to the plate. He's right on that white line. He takes a big cut, falls across home base.
Hey, he's kind of swinging out of his shoes here.
And he's got a pretty good average for a 9-hitter, but Charles blows him away with a fastball. Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Matthew Martin.
Charles set him up very well that time, as that first strike to him was a fastball high that he swung at. So once you get to that 0-2, fastball high again, and it gets him.
So Martin, who owns the only Trine hit this afternoon, a double. I noticed that Lifford has backed up a little bit there in right field after that ball got over his head. But again, if you could see the flags out here, you'd understand that how difficult a ball like he hit, especially one of those rising line drives, can be.
Charles working very quick. That Martin decided to step out, call time before the last pitch, just to kind of hopefully throw Charles off.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Big breaking ball, swing and a miss. It gets away from the catcher. He'll have to throw to first, and he does so just in time. So a nice play by Zach Wade as he keeps his composure after not being able to catch the curveball and gets his man at first base. So another inning in which Jacob Charles has struck out the side as they get nothing across in the top of the third, and we'll have the Bulldog bottom of the third for you when we get back. You're watching Adrian College Baseball on ACTV.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the Regional Colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within Regional Colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the third is center fielder number 9, Jack Boyke.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third, still 0-0 as Charles has kept Trine off the board with 7 strikeouts already. Just looking it up, he's got 7 strikeouts through 3 innings. The most in a single game in Adrian program history is 15, set by Tommy Parsons.
There's a line drive speared at second base by Tyler Boyke. He went up and climbed the ladder to grab that one. That ball was struck by Boyke, and a nice play by Boyke. Boyke and Boyke doing battle here. Now batting is shortstop number 2, Gus Weeks.
Yeah, if you're Boyke, nothing you can do there except tip your cap, as that was a heck of a play.
And here's the 0-1 pitch to Gus Weeks. He chops it down to third base. Foul. And again, that's for Boyke. That's one of those where you just got to tell him to keep doing what he's doing, because they're going to fall in sooner or later. But that one was right at him, and he was just tall enough and able to jump high enough to catch it. Full extension, as it were. Here's a pop-up, and this is going to be trouble, but it's going to be caught as Boyke makes another good play. So Tyler Boyke putting on a show here in the third inning with his defensive skills. Now batting the pitcher number 4, Jacob Charles. So that'll leave it up to Charles. Charles hit the first pitch he saw last at bat to Boyke. for the first out. This one's going to be over Bikey's head. He's not going to be able to jump for that. That's going to be cut off in center field, but Charles heading for 2, and he beats it out for a double. Sliding into the second base bag and beating the throw of Daniel Rumberger.
Yeah, and the dual player of Charles just helping himself out.
Now batting the second baseman, number 17, Ryan Davis.
Hopefully the powerful bat of Ryan Davis can get him in. He's got 10 homers on the season and leads the team with 30 RBIs.
Yeah, Mike, it kind of helps to be your own designated hitter. You know, you can't complain about the DH that way. Davis fouls the first ball off. Ryan Davis batting .337, but his most impressive numbers are his 10 homers and 30 RBIs that he's amassed this season. He takes a curveball low, make it 1-1. Charles leading off second. He's going to try and score on a base hit here with 2 out. He'll be going at the crack of the bat. He doesn't have to wait to see if anyone's going to catch it and double him up. 2-1 now to Davis. Davis again playing second base today. A role we haven't really seen him in this season. He's been pretty much the Bulldog third baseman and also the Bulldog closer. Role that him and Charles have kind of traded off. There's a nice breaking ball right there for a strike.
Yeah, and that's a pitch that Davis is going to see a lot when he's in a 3-1 situation, because if I'm a pitcher, I'd rather walk him than allow him to hit a 3-1 fastball.
Especially with first base open. Here's a bounding ball to short, long throw. Did he keep his foot on the bag? He did. And that will end the inning. So a nice play there by the shortstop, Matthew Martin, to get the ball over to O'Keefe for the out. And the Bulldogs get 1 hit, and they leave a man here in the third inning. But after 3 complete innings of play, it's 0-0 here from Nicolay Field. We'll be back after this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball on ACTV.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back. Top of the 4th. Still zeros on the board. Bulldogs picked up their second hit of the ballgame on the double by Jacob Charles. The other hit is a triple by Miranda in the first. Jacob Charles still on the mound. 7 strikeouts through 3 innings.
Leading off for the Thunder in the top half of the 4th inning is second baseman number 9, Tyler Bikey. So Tyler Bikey stepping in. He was flashing the glove in the bottom of the 3rd, so now he'll take his hacks against Jacob Charles, who continues to pump strikes down the middle. And boy, that is a welcome sight for Bulldog fans. That's been a problem this season at times. And there's a bouncing ball coming over for Davis. He makes the play. And Bikey, there it is, the first time I said it. And he's out number 1. Now batting the right fielder, number 31, Corey Ebscorn.
Yeah, Charles, 42 pitches so far. 33 of them have been strikes.
Yes, and you get the sense that the 10 that he didn't throw for strikes is because he didn't want to. You know, like he's in command of. Those are the 0-2 pitches where he's trying to set the hitter up. There's another strike down the middle, make it 1-1. Again, Herbsgård struck out. He was in the middle of 4 straight strikeouts. And he has a big cut, and I think that Herbsgård may have caught the catcher Wade with his backswing. So now we're going to take some time to take a look at him. I think it also might have injured his mitt there as he was trying to tie up some loose strings. So we're ready for action again. A 1-2 pitch going to be on the way. Charles kicks and delivers. There's a bounding ball to short. Weeks coming over for it behind the bag. Makes the throw, and there are 2 away. Now batting, the designated hitter number 23, Jacob Medvesek. So I'll bring up Medvesek.
Got some tough names for you today.
Yes, I noticed that the Trine coaching staff has included just about everybody that is on the pronunciation guide in the starting lineup. It's Greg Persky's lineup. Nice take. I want to thank my good friend Nick Duffy for providing us with the pronunciation guide. The SID at Trine. Here's a pop-up, and let's see who's going to take it. It's going to be Gus Weeks in the end. So the Thunder go 1-2-3 in the 4th, but they have to like the inning because nobody struck out that inning for the first time. So they're starting to make contact, but they can't push anyone around, so they go 1-2-3 here in the 4th. And at the end of 3.5, our score is Trine University nothing, Adrian nothing, and we'll be back with more from Nicolay Field after we pause for this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the Regional Colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within Regional Colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information,
0-0, bottom 4, Adrian Miranda leading off. He tripled his last at-bat. Ball got stuck up in the windstream and carried it out to right field. He'll look at a breaking ball for a called strike there and rolls this one over to third. That one's gobbled up, fired across the diamond for out number 1.
Now batting the first baseman, number 20, Ed Wagner. So Eddie Wagner coming up. And he's batting .403 this season with 5 home runs and 27 RBIs. There's one down the line. It's going to be knocked down by O'Keefe, and he hits the pitcher on the way. And O'Keefe saves a possible double there down the line by Ed Wagner. Now batting the right fielder, number 6, Travis Lifford.
Yeah, Wagner did that his first at-bat. First baseman O'Keefe was able to take it himself, so Wagner hunting that first base line.
So we've got a pitcher's duel going on here at Nicolay Field today. 2 hits for the Bulldogs, 1 hit for the Thunder. No runs yet. Here's the pitch on the little high. Little ball makes it 2-1 to Lifford. He'd be followed by Easton Rogers if he gets on. And there's the pitch, bounding smash to third base. Huber fields it and throws it out. So the Bulldogs also go 1-2-3 in their half of the fourth. And we're moving to the fifth inning. Our score after 4 complete is 0-0 here at Nicolay Field. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
I'm just kind of hoping all those guys sitting in the bullpen are taking notes about how he's doing this.
Welcome back. Top of the 5th already. I've only been here for 45 minutes. Quick game, pitcher's duel going on. 2 hits for Adrian, 1 hit for Trine.
Leading off for the Thunder in the top of the 5th is first baseman number 35, Jackson O'Keefe.
Bulldog pitching staff have been struggling to throw strikes this year, but Jacob Charles has shown them how.
Yeah.
Adrian struck out 20 guys on the season entering today and has walked 132 already as O'Keefe leads off the 5th inning with a base hit up the middle.
Now batting the third baseman number 3, Cole Schmidhuber. Well, Jackson O'Keefe decided that he's throwing so many strikes, I'm just going to hit the first thing I see, and he lined it into, he hit it on the ground, but into center field hard as the first pitch to Schmidhuber is kind of a high strike. He swings and misses. There's a pickoff attempt that kind of skipped in. A nice job by Wagner to corral that one and keep the runner O'Keefe at first base. There's a square to bunt. Charles was kind of anticipating that, so he threw one outside for a ball. Trying to figure out what to do. Miranda playing in on the grass at third, kind of expecting the bunt. There it is. And it's fouled back over to the on-deck circle.
Yeah, the
where
way
Rhodes will retrieve it.
The way Charles has been pitching with strike, and trying struggling to hit him, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of sacrifice bunts today.
Well,
from both teams.
That's exactly what I was joking during the break, that this is the way softball should be played right here. So far. So goes under Wade. He finds it and keeps the runner at first. That's one of the reasons why you see more bunting in softball, is because scores are usually low. Runs at a premium. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out, down the throw. Ooh, just got back in time. Wade almost had him.
That was a nice job there by Wade for the back pick. Unfortunately, Wagner was playing a little bit too far in front of the bag and had to reach back behind him. Had he been a step backwards, we would have got him.
Batter's left fielder number 2, Easton Rhodes. Yeah, that can be kind of difficult when you're having to hold the runner on and then you've got to try and get back there. You just end up in front of the bag, and then you've got a tag, which is not as fast as letting the ball travel. There's a bunt that's popped up to first baseman. Poor, I'm laughing because I'm watching the umpire, and he's signaling an out for the catch, and
immediately
they're
safe.
sliding in, and Trine was about to go crazy at him, thinking he called the runner out. Oh, our batter is Henshin. Preston struck out his first time and takes a big cut here. Now batting is catcher number 20, Preston Henshin. So they got the leadoff single, but they've been unable to advance him. Here's the throw down to first again. Pitch is outside, making it 1-1. Henshin batting 8th in the Trine University lineup. We'd love to be able to use a fly ball that's going to be out of play. Love to be able to get Henshin here so you can start the next inning with the 9-hitter as opposed to the top of the order. Not to mention, should Henshin get on, the Thunder will be threatening. So lots of good reasons for the Bulldogs to want to get him out. 1-2 pitch on the way, and it is lined, and Wagner just didn't get his glove up in time. That's going to get into the corner, and it's going to be Lippard throwing it back into second base. They're not going to run on Davis, and Preston Henshin's first hit of the year is a 2-bagger down the right field line.
Yeah, and that was a rip there. Wagner playing just in front of the bag as he was holding on the runner. And like you said, just couldn't get the glove up in time.
Now batting the center fielder, number 26, Daniel Rumberger.
So 2 outs, pair of ducks on the pond here for Rumberger.
This is really the first good chance to score either team's had. They've got runners as far as second base earlier, but they went no further. So our first runner at third, and there's a changeup for a strike to make it 0-2. So Charles quickly ahead of Rumberger. He does have a base open, but like I say, you want to go after the 9-hitter. There's a swing. Oh, he's going to try and score, and it gets away, and the throw hits him. And that's the first run of the game, courtesy of the body of Jackson O'Keefe, who took one for the team right square in the back. I believe so. Yes, it was a down low.
Coach Rainey is arguing the check swing for a strikeout.
Well, I can just tell you that Rumberger did not feel he swung because he went straight back to get out of the way of the oncoming runner. And so many things were happening, you didn't really get a chance to, check with the So it's going to be 1-2 to Rumberger. We now end up with a runner at third, and there's a swing and a miss to strike him out, but the wild pitch in the dirt nets a run for Trine. So they get 1 run on a pair of hits. They leave a man, and at the end of 4.5 innings of play, we're halfway through the game here at Nicolay Field. Our score is Trine 1 and the Bulldogs 0.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within Regional Colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back, bottom of the 5th. Trine leading 1-0 after scoring on the wild pitch with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the top half of this inning.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 5th is left fielder number 26, Easton Rogers. So, Josh Hugerworth, the Trine pitcher, now staked to a 1-run lead. This guy is listed in the program at 6'4", but I tell you, on that mound, he looks like he's about 7'4". And he has been dealing this afternoon, as has Jacob Charles for the Bulldogs, and that's why we're at 1-0 right now. As Rogers takes a big cut and tips it into the glove of the catcher, Henshin. 1-1 to the Bulldog left fielder. There's a breaking ball for a strike. Bulldogs sending Rogers, Wade, and Boyke to the plate. That's their 6, 7, and 8 hitters in this 5th inning. Here's the pitch outside. That's a ball. Low and away. And it's 2-2. And one thing, as he throws the ball there, and we go to a 3-2 count. And this is one thing that we have not experienced a whole lot of this afternoon. Both pitchers not really even waiting. There's a swing. He had him out front on a changeup, and they'll have to throw it down to first base, and they do. And Easton Rogers is out number 1. Now batting the catcher, number 13, Zach Wade. That's been the thing this afternoon. They're just going right at the hitters, and the hitters are swinging, and they're putting the ball in play when they can, and it makes for no speed-up rules needed when you got that going on.
Yeah, 53 pitches for Hugerworth. Make that 54.
Bounce up to third. The throw from Schmidhuber gets away at first base. So that's probably going to go as an error. Our first error of the day allows
Other team.
Wade to get
Other
to
team.
first.
Should be a red error.
Now batting the center fielder, number 9, Jack Boyke. So the Bulldogs with their first runner since the 3rd. Boyke hits a sky pop out to center field. Coming over for it is Rumberger, and he makes the play, and there are 2 down. That'll bring up Gus Weeks. Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Gus Weeks. Gus popped to second his first time. He had a little fly ball down the right field. There's the bouncer again to third. We're going to try that again, and he throws it away again. So that's going to be another error. It's going to get the runner all the way to third base, and the Bulldogs now have runners at second and third, courtesy of a pair of errors by Cole Schmidhuber at third base. Now batting the pitcher, number 4, Jacob Charles.
So let's see if Charles can really help himself out now.
Yep, he had a double his last time, and boy, that would be just what the doctor ordered in this spot.
Oh, with the speed of Weeks at second, I'll take a single here.
First pitch is inside. Again, they have the base open, but I would not think they would want to face Ryan Davis with the bases loaded, so they'll probably go at him. Here's a swing. It's going to be a short ball into right field. That's going to drop. That's going to get 2 runs in. So maybe not the hardest hit of Jacob's career, but it is good for 2 RBIs and a Bulldog lead, so he will take it. 2 errors, and now this bloop base hit, and the Bulldogs take the lead. Now batting the second baseman, number 17, Ryan Davis.
Yeah, both runs coming in unearned.
Jacob Charles was leading the Bulldogs in batting with a .446 batting average coming into the game, and he's done nothing but increase that with a single and a double, a 2-for-3 performance, as well as putting out a superior product on the mound for Adrian. So clearly he's their MVP of the day at this juncture. Davis takes a curveball strike, make it 2-1. Charles also a threat to go in this situation. He does not, and Davis hits a fly ball to left where Rhodes is waiting, and he puts it away, and that does it. But the Bulldogs, they grab a pair of runs, and they've broken the shutout, and they've taken the lead. They now lead the game 2-1, and we will be back with more here from Nicolay Field after we pause for this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball on ACTV.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back. Top of the 6th. We've played 5 innings in 1 hour. That's something that rarely happens here in college baseball, so probably one of the quicker games we've seen here on ACTV. Bulldogs leading 2-1 after gaining the lead with 2 runs on with the help of a pair of Trine errors in the bottom of the 5th.
Leading off for Trine in the top half of the 6th inning is shortstop number 5, Matthew Martin.
Trine scored in the top of the 5th. They had runners at second and third, and they scored on a wild pitch. But back came the Bulldogs, taking advantage of 2 errors by the Trine third baseman, which ran him around to second and third, and then a bloop single from Jacob Charles. And he's quickly ahead, 0-2 now to Martin.
Yeah, as we said, when Henshin got his hit, that meant we have to start facing the top of the order, and it's strike 3 down the middle as Matthew Martin is called out for excessive window shopping. Now batting, the second baseman, number 9, Tyler Bikey.
Make that 10 strikeouts for Charles today.
There's a ball high to Bikey. Bikey has struck out and grounded to Ryan Davis at second base. Starting to get a bleacher crowd out there on the old hill here. Finally some weather where you can put on your shorts and come on and sit on the hill. Not freeze to death, so that's positive. Swing and a miss by Bikey on that one. Makes it 2-1.
It's a big blue cooler out there. Probably lots of waters coming out of that thing.
They're hoisting some root beer over there. Dr. Gillis always used to tell us that we were going to hoist a few at the root beer stand. And that pitch is outside, and I believe we have our first walk of the afternoon.
That is correct.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 31, Corey Erbscorn. So Erbscorn steps in. He has struck out and grounded to short. That one outside for ball 1. Again, the Bulldogs with a 2-1 lead. Trine has 1 run, 3 hits. They've made 2 errors, which were key to the Bulldogs' 2 runs. And the Bulldogs have 2 runs on 3 hits. They've made no errors. As they pitch on the outside, throw it on to first base, not in time.
Wade is not afraid to back pick at first. As we've seen, I believe that's his 3rd or 4th pick over there from behind the plate. We'll see a little mound meeting here from head coach Craig Rainey, just trying to get Charles back in his groove. Nobody getting loose in the Bulldog bullpen. 74 pitches so far for Charles. 53 of them strikes.
I think another thing here, Mike, is the fact that because he's pitched so well this afternoon, he really hasn't pitched that much from the stretch. And It's just a little reminder to keep the runner a little closer to first base and give Wade a chance to throw him out if he decides to go. Also, you wouldn't think they'd be bunting in this spot with their 3-hitter, but you never know. So better be safe than sorry and go over all the possibilities here. Oh, Charles is back on the mound. He sets, delivers. There's a sky-high pop-up into right field. Waiting for it is Lifford, and he backpedals and makes the grab. Good job there, Travis, staying with that ball. Because I'm telling you, any ball hit out there is tough to grab. Now batting designated hitter number 23, Jacob Medvesek.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be very many athletic-looking plays out in right field with that wind.
There are not. You are on an island out there as a check swing foul for strike number 1. 2 down now, runner still at first, but the other thing that about it is, Mike, there has not been a cloud in the sky for like 4 days in a row, which it's got to be some kind of an all-time record. Here at Nicolay Field, anyway. And so that you get a high pop-up like that one, and that also complicates matters because you got nothing to judge it against when you're looking up in the sky. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Medvesek. Bikey getting a decent lead off first. He stays. Now here's a pop-up. Going out is Weeks. Coming in is Rogers. And he makes a bit of a circus catch, but does the job coming in from his left field position. And the inning is over. So Bulldogs hold them without a hit. They do get a runner on the walk, but at the end of 5.5, our score remains Adrian College 2 and Trine University 1. We'll be back with more from Nicolay Field after we pause for this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball on ACTV.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rank.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, at the bottom of the 6th is third baseman number 30, A.J. Miranda.
A.J. Miranda to lead things off. Bottom 6, Adrian leading 2-1 over Trine.
Miranda got a triple to center field when he hit a liner to center that just kept rising all the way to the wall. He swings and misses on the first pitch. So he has one of the Bulldogs' 3 hits this afternoon. Miranda had that triple, and then there was a double by Charles, and then Charles's base hit last inning. This is a deep fly ball to right, and he makes the catch. Erbscorn reels it in at the warning track for out number 1. Now batting the first baseman, number 20, Ed Wagner. So Wagner coming up. Wagner, as we said before, has 5 home runs and 27 RBIs. And again, being a big, strong left-hand batter as he is, you would think this would be a great day for him to hit.
Arm getting loose in the Adrian bullpen. I believe it's Ryan Davis. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jacob Charles went out and started the 7th. See how long we can go, and then, if needed, bring Davis in, move Weeks over to second and Charles to short. But we'll have to see what decision is made.
Weeks fouls it off, making it 3-2. Yeah. You could also move Weeks to third and Miranda to second. There's a lot of, and there's ball 4. And that'll be the first walk that Josh Hujaworth has issued. Now batting the right fielder, number 6, Travis Lifford. And speaking of Charles, he did a great job. We've been talking about, in our earlier broadcast about how important it is when you get 2 runs like that and take the lead to keep that momentum going. And he went out, took down the top of the Trine order and shut him down with nothing but a walk. So good job by him. This one is tagged. This is way back. That's going to be off the wall. Here comes Ed Wagner. He's going around second, headed for third. Ball comes into the center of the field. They didn't really have a cutoff man that time. I think a little miscommunication by the Trine infield on that one. And that'll bring up Easton Rogers with a couple runners on base. Now batting the left fielder, number 26, Easton Rogers.
Maybe not. Baseball's been going pretty quick, but I don't know. We have a men's lacrosse
And that's going to
7 tonight that I will be there for, and I can open it for you then.
Bring out the Trine coach Greg Persky.
Yeah, if you want to come to the baseball field.
Yeah, Lifford really
Yeah.
hit that one hard. He's hit a couple of hard balls today.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
He had a shot to center field earlier in the afternoon that was flagged down by Rumberger.
And then just come up to the press box.
So Bulldogs doing some barking here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The runners at second and third, 1 down. And that's led to meetings everywhere as Coach Rainey is talking to Easton Rogers, and Coach Persky is still discussing things with his entire infield. Again, I think part of that is the fact that they had no cutoff man on that last play. I think not all of the meeting was being addressed to the pitcher that time. Now batting left fielder, number 26, Easton Rogers. So Rogers standing in with a couple of dogs on the pond here. Wagner leading off third. There's a swing and a pop-up that will fade over the patio area. And that's strike 1. Rogers and Zach Wade are the next 2 Bulldog hitters. And they do have a base open. I'm sure that was part of the discussion as well.
Well, and also adjusting the infield as the infield is shifted in, looking to get the out at home. Now, the only one playing somewhat back is the second baseman, Bikey. But even then, he's a little more in as he would normally play.
Here's the pitch, curveball, misses low. Tell you, as a hitter, I love this situation where they bring that infield in. You just try to put your bat on the ball and hit it as hard as you can and drive it past them. There's the pitch, drilled. That's going to be to center field. That's going to be caught. Here comes Ed Wagner. The throw is not going to be in time, and that is a sacrifice fly for Easton Rogers, and the Bulldogs increase the lead to 3-1. Rogers hit it like a bullet right to Daniel Rumbarger.
Gonna have a pinch hitter here. It's gonna be David Kedrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now pinch batting for the Bulldogs is number 25, David Kedrow. So he will replace Wade, so we will be getting a new catcher next inning. And they're trying to pick up this extra run. Again, what you have to understand about this one is, unlike, say, like a Daniel Gutierrez who's used to starting, as well as Charles has pitched here, this is clearly his longest outing of the season. And so any extra run would help. Kedro skies it into center field. Rumbarger coming in. He's going to have trouble getting there, but he does and makes the catch at the last moment. And the inning is over. But the Bulldogs get another run, an insurance run as it were. They score 1 run on 1 hit, and they leave 1 on base. And at the end of 6 complete innings of play, the Bulldogs have taken the lead. They are now ahead 3-1 over Trine, and we will move to the Trine 7th when we return here on Adrian College Television.
Okay, we have a musical position.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News and World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News and World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News and World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Okay, we're back here, and we've got multiple changes in the Bulldog lineup. So let's go over those. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now playing right field for Adrian is Owen Brown. Brown in place of Travis Lifford. Also now catching is number 23, Logan Loeffler. Loeffler in place of David Kedro. Moving from second base to pitcher is Ryan Davis. And moving from pitcher to second base is Jacob Charles. Leading off for Trine, in the top of the 7th is first baseman number 35, Jackson O'Keefe.
So there you have it. Musical positions once again, and Owen Brown's going to get some work right away. His first pitch is lined out to right field. He camped under it and make the catch.
Now batting third baseman number 3, Cole Schmidhuber.
Final line on Jacob Charles on the mound. He allowed 1 run. It was earned through 6 innings, 3 hits, a walk, 10 strikeouts. 2 of the hits he allowed were doubles, with one of them scoring on a wild pitch. First pitch from Davis to Schmidhuber is called a strike. Next pitch low for a ball.
I'd just like to point out that line drive to right field is like a golden rule of coaching. You put in a new player, that first ball is going to be hit to him. I would always, anytime I did that, I would always go, as the guy went to get his glove, remember that first ball's coming to you, so be ready. And Mr. Brown was indeed. This is a tapper back to Davis. Davis will shovel it over there underhanded, and we have 2 out quickly here in the 7th. Now batting the left fielder number 2, Easton Rhodes. So as Mike said, Jacob Charles with a huge quality start, 10 strikeouts in 6 innings. And Coach Rainey has decided to go with Ryan Davis, who again is another one of these guys who's pretty much just pitched an inning every time that he's been on the mound, but he is looking for a 9-out save here. If he can get it. Davis comes in. He's 0-1. He does have 3 saves, and he has a 4.66 ERA. So this might explain one of the reasons why he was playing second base today, because I think the plan was basically to have the shorter throw for these 2 infielders because they were the pitching plan for the afternoon.
1-2 count to Easton Rhodes, and the pitch swung on, bouncing ball. That's going to go to Charles. Charles gobbles it up, and he underhands it to first. And so the Bulldogs get them quickly, 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th. And we'll take a 7th inning stretch here at Nicolay Field and be back with the rest of this ball game. After we pause for this, you're watching MIAA baseball here on AC TV.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Now batting the center fielder, number 9, Jack Boyke.
Bottom of the 7th, Adrian leading Trine 3-1. It's been a pitcher's duel. 4 hits for Adrian, 3 for Trine. 2 of Adrian's runs came on errors from Trine. So Trine's got 2 errors on the day. Adrian 0. As Boyke, first pitch ball, fouls off the next one.
Now to be fair, however, that the 2 errors were on tough plays that Cole Schmidhuber made at third, but he had extremely long throws, and he just didn't quite get them there. And, of course, when one of them got away from his first baseman, and that moved up the runners into scoring position. Here's a swing and a tapper by Boyke, and it is right to first base for the out. Boyke, I think, caught that one right on the cap of his bat. Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Gus Weeks. Gus Weeks, who is benefiting here, I think, from the pitching plan of the day. Seeing some action. Gus hits a smash, and that one is speared by Schmidhuber. No need to throw that one to first base after the line out by Weeks. And there are 2 down. Now batting second baseman number 4, Jacob Charles. Yeah, the bats are going so fast you hardly have time to announce them. There's a liner, and O'Keefe snags that one for the out, and the Bulldogs are gone just that quickly. They go out 1, 2, 3 in their half of the 7th, and we move to the 8th, and we'll be back here at Nicolay Field. After this, you're watching ACTV.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within Regional Colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back. We're through 7 in an hour and 24 minutes. So top of the 8th, Ryan Davis still on the mound for the Bulldogs.
Batting to catcher number 20, Preston Henshin.
Henshin to lead things off for the Thunder. Adrian leading 3-1.
8-9-1 in the Thunder 8th inning as Henshin takes a big cut. Henshin got his first hit of the year back in the 5th inning with a double down the line. He hit that ball hard off Charles. That's really one of the few balls that were hit hard this afternoon. Ooh. Just missed on the inside corner. Oh, it's now 1-2. Here's Henshin. Standing at the plate, and he watches it go by for the first strikeout from Ryan Davis. Now batting the center fielder, number 26, Daniel Rumberger. So that'll bring up Rumberger. He did not have a very successful day against Jacob Charles. He struck out twice, swinging both times. Now he's down 0-1 to Davis. Davis came into the 7th inning. He got him 1-2-3. And now he's working here in the 8th. As we said, he is the Bulldog closer with 3 saves this season. And he's trying to pick up a 4th here and, more importantly, a big win for the Bulldogs in the MIAA standings. There's a base hit as Rumberger serves it into right field. And that'll bring up the top of the Thunder order. Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Matthew Martin. So Martin steps in. He doubled to lead off the ball game and has struck out his other 2 times. Here's a ball to Davis. Davis throws, and Weeks was unable to get his foot on the bag as he was taken out by the runner. And I'm not sure if they're arguing if he's hurt or just what's going on out there right now. Coach Craig Rainey patiently waiting at the side, at the foul line, and he'll get an explanation from the official. So this is going to go as a fielder's choice, as long as it's, well, it would be a fielder's choice even if it doesn't stand, but Martin will get a fielder's choice and the time at bat. And that is a unfortunate circumstance for the Bulldogs here, Mike. They looked like they were going to get the out at second base, and they failed to do so.
Just edit red hit for enter.
Now pinch batting for the Thunder is number 15, Avery Fulford. So we got a pinch batter here, Avery Fulford, coming in for Tyler Bikey. A couple of runners on now. Well, this is a key moment in this ball game. Here's a bouncing ball back to second. We'll try again. They get him at second. Back to first. Double play. And the Bulldogs retire Fulford in his pinch hitting attempt with a double play and get out of the inning on one pitch. 1-6-3. And so, no runs for the Thunder. They get one hit. They leave one, as it turns out. And that is the situation in the top of the 8th. The Bulldogs will come to bat in their half of the 8th, and we'll be back. You're watching.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Leading off for the Bulldogs is in the bottom of the 8th inning is pitcher number 17, Ryan Davis.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th inning. Hugo Werf still on the mound. He's going for his 8th inning of work. He's only at 85, make that 86 pitches as he flips over a strike to Ryan Davis leading off.
He has been very sharp this afternoon. He's pitched a great game, probably deserves a better fate, as the Bulldogs' big inning, where they got 2 runs, were aided by a couple of errors as Davis fouls one off.
Yes.
Davis at the plate turned that double play, and that was kind of unique. He's traditionally, that's a 5-4 double play, and he hits a bouncer to the shortstop. He's going to have to come in, and a very close play at first, but he gets it there just in time to retire Ryan Davis. Now batting, third baseman number 30, A.J. Miranda.
As you were saying, help of 2 errors is what gave Adrian the lead at 2-1. Higgerworth has allowed 3, but only 1 of them has been earned in 7 1/3 so far. He's allowed 4 hits, a walk with a pair of strikeouts. The 90th pitch of the afternoon for him is a ball to A.J. Miranda. Next pitch called a strike.
A nice curveball breaking in that time. Make it 1-1 to the Bulldog third baseman this afternoon. There's one wide. 1, 4, and 2 for Trine, and for Adrian, they've got 3 runs on 4 hits. They've made no errors so far today. Here's the pitch. There is a pop-up into right field. This one, I think the wind is kind of helping the defender because it's blowing it out to him as the right fielder Ebscorn comes over and makes the play. Batter's first baseman Ed Wagner. Like I say, on a normal day, that might have been a much farther run for Ebscorn, but the wind just kept pushing it out there, so he really barely had to move. Starting to get the shadow over home base now. Kind of like to see the Bulldogs keep this inning going for a while, just to move that shadow out a little further. That definitely does not favor the batter. And that shadow gets between him and the pitcher. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. Ed Wagner is now looking at a 3-1 count. And he's pitching him very carefully with that big wind. In fact, he walks him, and you get the sense that he really wasn't too interested in going after him.
We're going to get a pinch runner at first base. It's going to be Drew Atherton.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now running at first base is number 3, Drew Atherton. Atherton in place of Ed Wagner. And now batting is number 34, right fielder Owen Brown. So Owen Brown will bat for the first time today. He came in as a replacement for Lifford in the top of the 7th when the pitching changed. Necessitated multiple changes in the Bulldog lineup. This was going to be trouble. It's going to hit down in the corner. This could be 2 bases for Brown, and it moves Atherton all the way to second base. So the Bulldogs now with 2 out have a little something going here.
I think that's going to be it for Hugo Werf, as coach will make a call to the pen. We're going to have a pitching change as Easton Rogers comes to the plate with runners at second and third, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. A great performance from Josh Hugo Werf as he went 7 2/3 innings, only allowing 1 earned run. As of now, he's responsible for the runners at second and third. We will see our new pitcher, allow him to warm up, and we will be back here on ACTV with more Adrian College baseball after this.
What number is this guy?
Looks like 12.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News and World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News and World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News and World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back. Pitching change for the Thunder. It is number 12, Noah Breton.
Noah coming in with a record of 2-2. This is his 11th appearance of the season. They've all been in relief. Breton also has 2 saves on the campaign and an ERA of 3. But right now, he is being asked to keep Trine close as the Bulldogs threatening to break this open even more. They lead 3-1. They've got a couple runners on third and second base. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bulldog batter is left fielder number 26, Easton Rogers. 2 out. And Easton Rogers at the plate, and this would be a big couple of RBIs if he could pick them up. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Easton Rogers.
Yeah,
Rogers.
All you need is a base hit here.
So far today has lined to center, bounced to third, and doubled. And that was a big double to get runners in scoring position so they could. It was Ed Wagner at the time, and Ed then scored on a sacrifice. Or excuse me, that was Brown's double, and Rogers had the sacrifice fly. So he had an RBI for the Bulldogs' third run. 2-1 count to him. This one's inside for a ball, making it 3-1. Again, Breton coming on. And he does have a base open. And Logan Loeffler, who has not hit today, he's a defensive replacement for David Kedrow, who pinch hit earlier. And there is a pop-up on the infield. Going back is the second baseman. There is miscommunication. That's going to bounce in, and 2 runs are going to score. Well, Avery Fulford, who's just come into the lineup, and the center fielder, Rumberger, really weren't sure who was taking that ball, so Easton Rogers benefits and gets a hit and a pair of RBIs. Now batting the catcher, number 23, Logan Loeffler. And again, Michael, put a guy in for the first time. Ball's hit to him.
Yeah, well, in that situation there, that's got to be Rumberger's ball, especially with the way the wind's been playing.
That's right.
You know, and even
normally
you've been taught when you're younger, a guy running in on the ball is a hell of a lot easier to make the catch than a guy running back on the ball.
And normally, so that would be the second baseman's ball, but that ball just kept going away from him because of the wind. There was a pitch inside, almost hit Loeffler. 1-1 the count. So the base hit scores 2 runs, and the Bulldogs now up 5-1. That makes things a little easier on the tension-wise going to the 9th. And again, another thing is, I mentioned when we got 2 quick outs here that shadow is beginning to move out there. And the Bulldogs, by extending this inning, have pushed it a little closer to the mound, which is all going to be to Ryan Davis's benefit when he gets back out there for the 9th.
Well, and since Ed Wagner's out, we might have musical positions again entering the top of the ninth, but I can see since Drew Atherton went in for him, Drew could go to second, Miranda over to first, and then...
There's a swing and a miss, and strike 3. So while we anticipate the changes that Mike is talking about, we will get them, but let's tally the inning to get 2 runs on just the 2 hits. And there were no errors, and they leave a man. So at the end of 8 complete innings of play, our score is Adrian 5, Trine 1. And we'll be back with all the changes and the 9th inning after we pause for this. Yep. You're watching ACTV.
Yep.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back. We head to the 9th. Davis looking for the save.
Leading off for Trine in the top half of the 9th inning is right fielder number 31, Corey Ebscorn.
Another round of head coach Craig Graney shifting around the infield. Miranda goes from third to first. Atherton stays in the game for Wagner. He'll play second. And then Jacob Charles moves from second across to third base.
Ebscorn coming in. He's 0 for 3 today. A strikeout, a pop to right, and a bouncer to short. There's a shot to third base. Charles, the first batter with him at third base, is immediately tested with a grounder to third. 1 out.
Pinch hitter here for Trine. Number 19.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please now. Pinch batting for the Thunder is number 19, Joe Walton. Walton in place of Jacob Medisic.
So Walton comes to the plate looking to get something going for the Thunder. He'll take first pitch fastball low. And he'll roll this one over. Charles again being tested. He'll throw it over to Miranda, out number 2.
Now batting the first baseman, number 35, Jackson O'Keefe.
So the Thunder are down to their final out. And O'Keefe looks at Davis flicking in an off-speed pitch for strike 1. Next pitch fastball misses low, evens the count 1-1. 5-1 the score. Adrian scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 2 in the 8th. The lone Trine run coming in the top of the 5th, scoring on a wild pitch. Next pitch was fouled off, so now O'Keefe is down to his final strike. Here's the 1-2 from Davis. High. He went. Check swing. Points down to the first base umpire. He said he went through it. Strike 3, and that'll do it. Bulldogs win 5-1. Jacob Charles, the winning pitcher for the Bulldogs. Hugo Worth, the losing pitcher. And Ryan Davis picking up the save. So 5-1 our score. 1 run on 4 hits with 2 errors for Trine. 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs move to 12-14 on the year. They even their record 4-4 in the MIAA standings. Trine falls to 13-13 on the year, and they are also evening their record 4-4 in the MIAA. So shake up coming in the standings as the Bulldogs will move up. Like Goose was saying earlier, Kalamazoo entering today is 6-1 in first place. Alma 5-2 in second. And then Calvin and Hope sit 4-3. Albion and Olivet 1-6. We'll be back to wrap things up in just a moment as we step away. Don't go away. Bulldogs win 5-1.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's game. Our final score here.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across.
Welcome back. 5-1 our final. Adrian wins it. Adrian 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Trine 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors. Jacob Charles moves to 3-1 on the season with the win. Josh Hugerworth falls to 4-2. Ryan Davis picks up his 4th save of the year. Story of today has been the Adrian pitching, which we really haven't seen much of this. Jacob Charles went 6 innings. He struck out 10, allowed 1 run. It was earned. It came on a wild pitch. He allowed 3 hits with a walk. Ryan Davis threw 3 innings, no runs. He allowed 1 hit and struck out 2. Goose, what are your thoughts on today?
Well, again, Mike, we've been saying it all year. Our pitchers have got to throw strikes, and that's the key to our success. And that and playing some defense behind them. And today we have lots of strikes and no errors. Of course, it kind of helps cut down the errors when you strike out 10 guys. You know, not a lot of chances out there, but when the Bulldogs defenses were tested, they came through, especially on a very windy day here. And the wind really played a huge factor in this game, not so much from the standpoint of home runs, but it made some balls and some pop-ups that were just difficult to catch. In fact, the Bulldogs' last 2 runs was one of those where it just landed in between the fielders and picked up those extra 2 runs, which made it a lot easier in the 9th inning for Davis just to fire away, as it were. Davis with usually a 1-inning type closer role, comes through with 3 innings, and he faces 10 guys in the 3 innings. And really, he wouldn't have faced that many, except there was a little bit of a mix-up as to who was covering the base down there on the first double play ball. But the very next pitch was right back to Davis, and they got it correct the second time and got the double play to get out of the inning. And the Bulldogs pick up a huge win this afternoon. Again, they're now 4-4, and they're going to take on Albion this weekend, who will be, at least as of today, will be coming in 1-6, so a chance for the Bulldogs to get. And again, because they got this great pitching performance from their 2 infielders, this gives Daniel Gutierrez the time to rest up, and Gutierrez has been strong all year, so hopefully he can pick up the road win on Friday, and then we can get back here on Saturday and do some damage and move up in these standings. Again, Bulldogs right now are in the unfamiliar spot of 6th place, but really they're just 1 game behind everybody from 3rd to 6th, and just 2 games behind Alma in 2nd. So by the end of the weekend, the Bulldogs could be right back up there and right in the thick of the MIAA race as we go down the stretch here.
Yeah, a couple scores from around the league, because our game took so was pretty quick. Hour and 44 minutes, you said, was the final time. The rest of the MIAA is only in the 6th or the 7th. Kalamazoo leading Hope at Kazoo 5-4, top 7. Albion is up 6-0 on Olivet in the bottom of the 7th, and Calvin is having their way with Alma in the top of the 6th. Calvin leading 15-7 in that ball game, where they only finished 5-1 in favor of Adrian. So we could see that shakeup as now Adrian and Trine are tied 4-4. Alma potentially is falling to 5-3, but Calvin moving up to 5-3, and if things stand right now, Kalamazoo will move to 7-1, and Hope will stay even at 4-4. So lots of MIAA baseball to be played. Nobody's really out of it yet.
No.
So we'll see, but a big weekend coming up for Adrian as they will face Albion Friday on the road, 4 o'clock start for a single game, and then they come back here to Nicolay Field to wrap up the series with a doubleheader. That doubleheader starting at 1 p.m. So a big weekend for the Bulldogs to hopefully climb towards the top. They will need some help, though, but about just under a month left of MIAA baseball.
Well, and like you say, the thing about it is those teams that are bunched in the middle, they're all right there, and we're just kind of looking as we move into the weekend action as to who's going to separate themselves and rise to the top, and hopefully see if they can't challenge Kalamazoo, who has a 3-game lead on Adrian still, but they've, just 1 game on Alma going into the action. So it's still a very close race, and this weekend's going to tell a lot as, we're now getting to that middle point, and the schedule kind of evens out. And again, I want to remind everybody that the Albion series will begin on Friday. That's a change. That game was scheduled for Sunday, but they don't like what they're seeing with the weather, so they're going to play on Friday. So if you're going up to Albion, please go on Friday, not Sunday, because there won't be anybody there when you get there. And then again, we'll have the doubleheader here at Nicolay Field on Saturday. We hope to see you out here at Nicolay Field. Hopefully the weather will stay warm and sunny for that one. If you can't make it out here, we'll have it for you on ACTV with the doubleheader starting on Saturday against Albion at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, so that'll do it from us. I'm Mike Prang, joined alongside Dave Van Giesen. We thank you for joining us as Adrian wins 5-1 over Trine to even the 3-game series. Next, the series finale will be on the road at Trine midweek next week. But we will see you back here at Nicolay Field, doubleheader 1 o'clock in the afternoon against Albion on Saturday. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.